News. It's what keeps the world in touch with what is going on a day-to-day basis. Whether it be international, state or local, the news and its reporters are there to keep us informed. Lately, however, there's been speculation that young people don't engage with the news anymore. However, today, I'm here to prove to you that youths do engage with the news, however just through different, non-traditional means. So I hear you asking, how did this statement come about? Well, it became a topic of hot discussion in 2005 when Mindich released Sternberg's findings of a Klejna survey. They found that in 1993 in Australia, there were no news bulletins listed in the top 20 most watched television shows. However, compared to the 1980s, where back then there were 3. Some people would say that this is due to the decline in popularity of news bulletins, and therefore relate that to the decline of engagement of the news in general. However, this is far from the truth. People in modern times are just viewing non-traditional sources to get their news about the world today. Harrington discusses this viewpoint where he talks about youths are not switching off or tuning out, but rather going elsewhere to get their news. Other sources which society would probably say is not being very credible. In the Week 7 lecture, we discuss TV shows such as The Chaser's War and Everything and Good News Week, and how that they are very similar to news programs, how they contain the same message, however just a different presentation style. I guess the main difference between them and let's say the Channel 9 news is that The Chaser's War and Everything and Good News Week add an entertainment value or mockery of what's going on, as opposed to what Turner describes as most news programs of being boring and conventional. The youth, as Harrington discusses as well, prefers the language that is contained within the Chasers and Good News Week, as it is, let's say, normal conversational language that they can understand and relate to, as opposed to what most news shows and newspapers contain of having newspeak, or the technical jargon that just ends up confusing people. And by having this normal conversational language, people can relate to and understand the topic a whole lot easier. And while some people may view these shows as inappropriate or trash, the approach is very similar to Fisk's discussion, where he talks about children watched a news bulletin that had the entertainment value and popular pleasure and got a lot more out of it, as opposed to news bulletins that were focused on education and social responsibility. The Chaser's War and Everything has been a proven success, with receiving close to 1.5 million viewers weekly, and even having a maximum at the times where they got 2.41 million viewers. And if we look at that compared to 7 Nightly News that receives 1.58 million viewers, they are not very far behind the 8 ball at all. And while the news shows are lacking in numbers, they're not the only victims. Piesner found that newspaper readers were also dropping, particularly in the age group of the 18 to 22s, or what we would call the youths. In 1972, 41% of this particular age group read the newspaper every day. However, if we look in 2002, that has declined down to 21%. While this decline might seem a bit rapid, you have to take into account other factors such as lifestyle, technology, entertainment value, which have all changed with society and contribute to the youth's accessibility and ability to actually watch the news. So to sum it all up, youths are still engaging with the news, just through mediums such as the internet, podcasts, blogs, mobile phones and many more. They are receiving the same topic, however just a different message and just to a different audience. Thank you.